Howdy, howdy. And Ohio gozaimasu, cabron. Thank you for giving us Metroid Prime 4. You're welcome. I really did think that they were gonna announce Metroid Metroid Prime 2 remastered, because I'm obviously at what I think is the last boss, I assume. And I was like, well, since I'm at the last boss, that must be what they're gonna announce. But I was shocked when it was Metroid Prime 4. We summoned it. Wait, how long have you guys been waiting for Metroid Prime 4? I'm, like, relatively new to the... Where's the closest portal to this bad boy? Isn't this? Hall of Eyes. That's where I live. So I want to go in there. I think it's gonna be the Hall of Eyes. So there's one in there, but I can't get to it. Or is it this? I don't like that one. I think that's one where all the shoobity boo boo boys are. The laser boys. Too long? It was announced in 2017. 2017? I know. 9 keys are required, and boy do I have them. 7 years. I was gonna say, yeah, I was like, let's get Metroid Prime 2 remastered just in time for me to beat it. And then they're like, Metroid Prime 4, baby. Now you have to play a whole nother game to get ready. Nerd, stop telling me where to go! I know where to go! Stop backseating me, jeez. Can somebody time the game out? This is... Transport A. I want to be going down if I want to get to the Hall of Eyes. I want to be going down C. And C is not this one, it is this one. Okay, so turn around and take a right. Prime 3 was released in 07, right? Was it? I guess the Wii was out then. 18 years between primes. Let's see. Check general. Wait, it lasted longer than the American Civil War? The wait for Prime 4 lasted longer than the Confederacy. God. Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't play... What am I doing? Turn around. Turn around! I obviously hadn't played Prime when Prime 4 got announced, so I think I was just like, oh, that's neat for my friends who are big Prime. I did have a lot of friends in, like, high school who played a lot of Metroid Prime, and it was kind of one of those go over and eat pizza, because if you don't watch your friends play Metroid Prime, you're not going to be hanging out with your friends for a while because they just really want to play Metroid Prime. So I'd seen it a lot, and I was like, well, I'm happy for them, but I didn't feel anything. But now I felt something. Now I was like, oh, this game looks so good! Yo, pizza? I probably ate nothing but pizza in high school. Yeah, it looked really good. The graphics were clean. Very clean. Would you quit it? Okay, so I want to go... Ooh, I have no interest. I'm on my way to fight the boss. Not that boss. Not Big Boss. but a boss. Would you just go away? I can see your footsteps! And then... But yeah, I thought the graphics looked really good. Am I stuck? Oh. I just thought it looked nice. I liked that they showed scanning right away. They know what I want from the game. They're making it to cater, especially to me, of course. The world's biggest and longest Metroid Prime fan. But yeah, I thought it looked really nice. Honestly, I felt like every I felt like every not E3 conference this year had a certified banger, or two or three. Like nothing was a stinker. There are definitely some years with stinkers in them. But this year, I kinda, like, every conference I watched, I won something. And the world's longest Metroid Prime 2 playthrough, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It feels like... I was like, I know part of it is because I get lost a lot, but I do feel like a lot of it is just like there's so much backtracking, and with the two separate worlds, like there was backtracking in the first Prime, but with the two separate, with the light world and the dark world, it feels, oh no, this is where they were. It feels like I'm doing double the amount of backtracking. Like it's not. So it's with the two separate worlds, the backtracking, whereas the backtracking I feel like actually felt universally pretty good in Prime 1. I'm gonna be honest, like the backtracking in this game did not always feel good. Because sometimes I was like, I have to go back to the dark world, but I can't go back to the dark world from here, I have to go all the way over there so that I can get into the dark world, and then I have to make it over here. Yeah, it is the world's longest playthrough, but I only accept responsibility for like half of that. I accept responsibility for the getting lost part. I don't accept responsibility for how many damn times. But I've saved. You can now enter the Sky Temple. Arigato gozaimasu. Fuck! I should have saved. It's fine, it's not a long trek. Oh. Maybe I don't have to step into the beam. Maybe I can. Is there a save point near me? Not really. It's probably the best I'm gonna get. Alright, rip. I'm scared. I'm scared. Can my big Mothman come and help me? The fact that in 1 year we got 3 Mario RPGs from 3 different IPs. I know! I need to... Okay, so I actually started playing... Well... I'm gonna get distracted if I talk about it going into this boss, but I did start playing the first Paper Mario. I've never played any Paper Marios before. But I did start playing the first one because I wanted to play it before Thousand Year Door. And I really like it. It's really fun. But I did get Super Mario RPG for... Did I get it for Christmas? Last year from Papa Moose. I haven't started it yet, and I really want to because it looks so good. Too many Marios. And I haven't even played Wonder yet, which I wanted to do on stream. But yeah, Paper Mario is really, really fun. I really like it. Oh god, what is this? Why has it got so many arms? No, it's one of those guys! Please, no. I'm begging you. Can I scan this? Skeleports. Skeleport. Skeleport Tistum active. Step into the hologram to initiate teleport. What about that guy up there? Are we not worried about that? He seems nice. Don't say that. Yeah, no, Paper Mario's really good so far. I like how much personality all the NPCs have. They're all like super cute. And Mario's just like, it's a me. I don't say anything. I just use this hammer. Oh, was I not supposed to do that? Did I just leave? Later, bitch! How many partners do you have so far? I'm like right at the beginning of the game. So, I just got to the Koopa village, and it seems like there's a lad there who's gonna be one of my partners, but he's not quite my partner yet. So I have Goombario. I like how he throws himself at people. But it's really fun. I really like it. I do have trouble with some of the timing though, where it's like hit A right before you do this, and I feel like I'm doing it, but I'm not getting the juice, and I'm like, well, this feels like a get good situation. What am I supposed to do? What if the end of the game is just this? It's just like, you found it, congrats! He left. What is it? I can't scan anything but this guy. Yeah, I gotta master the timed hits. It's so funny because one of my favorite JRPGs... Oh, I see. I'm a dummy. One of my favorite JRPGs is Lost Odyssey, which pretty much... Oh, is this a save? Is this a save? Thank you, kings. One of my favorite JRPGs is Lost Odyssey, which is all about QuickTime events in the middle of turn-based battles. That was one reason I was really excited for, what was it, Expedition 33 that they showed? 31? 33 was one of them. I think it was Xbox they showed that at. Maybe I shouldn't hit these if I'm gonna be in like a boss fight and I might need stuff. Yeah, it looks like Lost Odyssey, which makes me want it because I love Lost Odyssey. But yeah, I was really good at the QTEs in that game, so I'm like, oh, Paper Mario's like that, but cuter, and I'm just failing constantly, and I'm like, it's so hard. This game was made for adults. Not me. Is that one of the jumpy boys? I can jump. Oops. Like so. One of the jumpy boys I can jump on super successfully. Oh, this is what we're doing now. Oh, buckle up. Buckle up, lads. You're gonna be here a while. Welcome to the real final boss of the game. Shit. Gonna be here all night. Hope you guys already got dinner. There we go. Ah, shit. Now. What do I... What's the timing on this? Get it? Wouldn't it be funny though if I rage quit here and never beat the game? Would be a one for the story, but why? Do I need to wait until I... No. A pretty cool idea. Go down in Metroid history. What the fuck? I don't understand the timing. Hold on. This is a me problem. I mean, clearly. So I need to be, like, in screw attack when I hit it, and then she starts, like, gripping. She gets the gwippies. But then why doesn't she gwippy up there? Why no gwippy? Son of a fucking bitch! I did it. Sitting here like, this game had too much backtracking and irritation, felt too long, and the game said, I'm about to feel a whole lot longer, brother. God fucking damn it. I'm about to be the longest game you've ever played. Why? I don't understand! Why? I said to myself before stream tonight, I said, I really hope the boss doesn't make me rage, because I'm not like in the mood. I'm not in the right frame of mind to rage, and then they did this. Okay, I figured it out. I need to just not be slapping it. I need to hit on impact, don't touch it otherwise. Heard. Understood, chef. It won't happen again. Oh, I'm scared. I should probably... Okay, so... I'm scared. Oh, I can scan it. It is the core of the final dark energy collector. The last collection of planetary energy lies within the core. When you place it within the energy transfer module for return to ether, this world will become heavily unstable. There better not be like a timed escape. So I need to remember I have these. I have a feeling this whole thing over here is gonna be important. So, dark, light, annihilation beam. Okay. Okay. No slapper the base. Hit the goal. The light suit does look really cool, though. Why? Why has it got those legs? Why has it got the legs? Okay. Okay. Emperor Ing. Alright, well, we gotta scan, lads. Uh-oh, he's got the dark juice. New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology. Emperor Ing head. Oh, he's got multiple parts to him. Ruler of the Ing horde. Target will form numerous tentacles to defend itself. Eliminate them to weaken its defenses. Okay, what about his body? Would you stop? Emperor Ing body, ruler of the Ing horde. Target is drawing energy from the unstable energy controller. Eliminating target's connection to the energy may be an effective strategy. Okay. I feel like I can do anything. Oh, I need to not step in the phase on. Said to hit. Oh, I can target the tentacles. Son of a bitch. Stop knocking me back in the shit! It's going well already. Can't... I'm having a hard time targeting them This godforsaken... The godforsaken motion controls. Do anything? Oh. Oh, I got some of the tentacles. Fucking stop it. Oh, was that all the tentacles? Is that not doing anything? It didn't do any damage to him, it looked like? Okay, so I don't think I can hit them when they're doing that. But why can't I target? Fuck off! Shoot them like this? Oh, that works. I've already lost so much health, though. Oh, I can scan that separately. Emperor Ing Eye, unstable Ing biomass. Central Eye is protected by a potent barrier shield. Shield does not provide complete coverage, however. Stop. Shit. Please let me lock on. Please let me lock on! I don't want to play with these motion controls anymore. I'm tired. I don't think this is the run because I lost way too much health. But at least I kind of know. Stop fucking changing direction! Hate the direction changing shit. So when I feel like I'm locked in, then I'm not anymore. Why? Why can it knock me out of my thing? There, Jesus! Please drop something. At least I know. Oh shit. Is it a... Oh! 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 Oops. Are these... I assume I have to blow these up? Oh, don't knock me off! Wait, do I need to attack the tentacles when they pop out? Like this? Ooh! Ooh! Go away! Go away, Shadow Boy! Enough! Maybe these don't explode? Maybe I just have to- Ah! Maybe I just have to go for the tentacles? Oh, it's getting smokier. I have no idea if what I'm doing is right. Oh, okay, so that one looked like it actually blew up? God, my fucking hands hurt already because of stupid motion controls! This part you have to- I can't. Ow! This part you have to claw because you have to stay in- because you have to stay rolled up. Ow. I don't know if I want to be hitting the ones with tentacles or without tentacles. That one did it without tentacles, it looked like. I can't see. Can't see! The one I missed? Oh. The one I missed. Please stop. Please let me stop being a ball. This sucks. Okay. God. Oh, fuck. It hurts so bad. It's got a big gross mouth. Assume I have to hit the mouth. Uh-oh. Got a big chomper. Need the juice. Oh! That worked. Kind of. Did not do a whole lot of damage, but... What if I give him the juice? That didn't do anything! Whoa! Did his mouth change? Ah! Did his mouth change color? Oh, does it need dark juice now? Or maybe it's light juice that it needs. I don't know whether to match or do the opposite. Or I could do both. There, that's the stuff! Give me your mouth. Oh! Wait, it changed colors again. Oh! Zoom! It's gonna change each time I hit him. Give him the stuff. Oh yeah, he did! He changed! Open up! Open up, baby boy! Yeah! He's fire again. Yeah! He's got movement now. Uh-oh. I can't. There. Light ammo. Fuck. Fuck my life. I can still charge it though. Damn it. Open up. Oh, he's back. Wrong one. There we go. Yeah! Get away! Are these not hitting your mouth? Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Oh! What? I didn't scan him, shit! Daijoubu. Daijoubu. I go back and... Is that... I feel like he's gonna have another form. I feel like he's gonna, like, reconstitute himself. You can scan in the remake. He didn't reconstitute himself. Unless! Here he comes. In his final form. What if he's just the room itself? Oh. Oh! No, I have to escape. God damn it, what did I say? What did I say I didn't want? Are you fucking kidding me? We're really gonna do this right here, right now. There. Bye! I was gonna say, what if he's just the room? What if he becomes the temple itself and attacks me when I get out? Oh, the phase-on. Oh! Who? Oh! Oh my god. Wait, we have to fight with the fucking... with the time limit? That didn't work. Fuck. Which one? Which one is it? Which one can I see her in? Oh, I can see her. What? So I have to stay in that mode. Jesus Christ. Really? Oh yeah, scanning, right. Sorry. Let's see. Stop it. Dark Samus, supercharged with phase-on energy. Target phase-on energy, or targets phase-on energy weaponry and defense systems are at full power. Phase-on exposure has rendered Dark Samus invisible to your dark visor. That's completely unhelpful to me. So she seems completely invincible doing that, but I have no idea how to hit her outside of that, because it's like the only two modes are invisible or this. She can vent phase-on energy in the form of destructive blasts and protective shields. Doing so will help her maintain stability. Exposure to phase-on has rendered her invisible to the dark visor. These new abilities, combined with her already formidable arsenal, place Dark Samus at the highest threat level. Thanks! Thanks. The least helpful scan in the entire world. Awesome. Jesus Christ. Oh. Am I supposed to be cracking the shield? I have like no light or dark ammo left. Fuck on! This literally feels like it's here to waste my time. Like, what is this move here? What is this move? It's just here to not let me do anything. Yeah, sure, I'll take tips. This isn't fun. Respectfully. Whatever. At least it's not making me fight this again. It is a cool death screen. I just feel like I'm sorry for getting mad because I hate maulding and I hate being like grouchy, but I just feel like this game's overstayed its welcome with me. Like, it's fun. It's a fun game and I'm having fun, but it's just been like the backtracking wore me out and it's been too long. And now it's like, all right, now here's a timed final boss fight with unhelpful scans, and one of the things is just, it stands there. Like, if the game had been like half the length, and I got to this point, or didn't have like the 2 worlds, or had the 2 worlds, but they were both half the size, I would have gotten to this point and been like, this game's amazing. It's literally just that I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm just like worn out. I'm worn out on just like the time that it requires of me, I guess. Like, I'm just kind of done. Fucking stop! I don't want to shoot that with the Annihilator beam. I didn't mind the backtracking in Prime 1 because at least like all the areas were different. They weren't the same areas with like different color palettes and slightly different things in them. I think that's what was wearing me out the most. I was like, yeah, I've been, and the fact that I have to go between the 2 areas, but I can only go through portals that are only in certain parts of the world, so I have to go way further than I need to, go through a portal and then walk back. That sucks. It sucks. This isn't a bad, I'm not saying, I'm not like, oh, I don't like this game. I liked this game. I just like, I feel like it tried too hard and it didn't need to try so hard, you know? I'm like, you could have done less and I would be like, yes, amazing, immaculate, perfect, brilliant. I'm not difficult to please. I'm the say less of gamers. I literally want you to say less. I'll have the time of my goddamn life. If you can just be in control. Yeah, give me nothing, queen. Yeah, Banjo-Tooie syndrome is what I call it. Because, I mean, don't get me, like, like I said, I am not like, this is a bad game. Banjo-Kazooie is one of my favorite games of all time. And I actually like Banjo-Tooie quite a bit. I just find the game exhausting because it's too big and tries to do too much. And so like that's the vibe I'm picking up, right? That's like what I'm feeling right now. And ironically, I feel like I feel so strongly about Tui because I love Banjo-Kazooie so much and I just wanted more of the same. Like, I could have done with just Prime 1 again in a different world and I would have been like, this game's perfect. And I would probably go replay it to get 100% scans. But with how much... And it probably doesn't... Honestly, the motion controls probably have not helped me either. Oh, is she doing her shit again? Unstable Phazon energy form. Target can generate shield immune to all forms of attack except Phazon energy. Draw an expelled Phazon for use as a weapon. Expelled Phazon. Oh, so I gotta do this? Did that do anything? Missed. Okay, cool. How do I get the Phazon? Yeah, I'm trying to catch the little balls that come out on top, but they also damage me. Is that it? Didn't really do much damage. Just sit here and take it. Okay, that did damage. Okay, so I literally just have to sit here, take the damage. Breaking my lock. That's the other thing is like because of how unwieldy the motion controls feel and how painful they are. Whenever my lock breaks and I have to get it under control, it's like the worst feeling in the world. Is that not a Phazon charge? Oh my god! I need hand surgery now. Did I just want to be friends? I shouldn't have been a bitch! What if I just went into orbit like that? I'm still not convinced the moth dudes didn't do something wrong. Oh, there's way more of them than I thought. Where'd they all come from? He is pretty cute, though. Telling me you don't like Mothmen? No, I love these Mothmen. I just think that, you know, maybe they might have done something wrong. My children. Release from stasis. Got it. Later, suckers. That planet looks fine. Aw, dedicated to Mark A. Hutchinson. Oh, I need to put down this fucking controller. Oh, my arm. Oh, my arm. I will stretch. Is this the... Hold on, I need to see where the music is. Is this where Tommy Tortellini is? Hold on. Oh, I gotta stretch. Gotta stretch. Oh my freaking god. I think it's only Prime 1. Okay. Music. Kenji Yamato. I don't see no Tommy Tortellini. Bill Trinan, part product marketing. Who the fuck is that? Anyway, special thanks, Reggie Fils-Aimé. Shoutouts to Bill, my uncle. Yeah, he's everyone's uncle at Nintendo. Is Bill Trinan still at Nintendo? I know Reggie like went off to go do other stuff. So arm nursing slash just chatting time? I suppose so. He suffered Reggie's wrath. He's still there. Yeah, but he's less public facing. Is that the Mothman singing? He's VP of Player Experience. That actually sounds like it would be a really, like, fun job. Overall, final thoughts on Prime Dose. That's part of the reason I'm being quiet right now, is I'm like compiling my thoughts. I do wonder how much of my frustration is due to the motion controls and how badly they were hurting my arm. Cause I was trying to imagine, like, how would I feel about all of this if I could play it on a Pro controller the same way that I played Prime 1. And I feel like the backtracking, like, it would still, it's the system of backtracking that bothers me, because I don't mind backtracking in games. It's a core part of a lot of my favorite games. It does not bother me. I actually like the feeling of going back to a familiar location and discovering something new, or finding a secret that was in a spot that like I couldn't do anything with. I love that. I'm really into that. But I think it was the portal system that actually bothered me the most about the backtracking. Like, if I could jump between worlds at any time, I actually think I would have been less annoyed about the two worlds. Cause I think mission final, percentage complete 65%, total time 23:26. That seems really fucking long and I'm so sorry. Hyper mode difficulty active. Press A to continue. Hyper mode difficulty. Using a save now will finish this game of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. When you select your save slot, you will start a new game. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I think if I could have jumped between the worlds. I don't like. All right, let me back up, because I'm gonna ramble, because that's what I do. I like trying to make sense of my thoughts. It's hard because and this happens to me too when I go to the movies with friends or whatever, and afterwards they're like, "What did you think?" And I'm like, "I don't know, I'm still thinking about it." Like, I need a minute to collect my thoughts. I'm really bad at thinking on the fly, but then sometimes I want to, talk through them, and I'm like working towards something because I'm not entirely sure where I'm going yet. I'm a wanderer in the desert. But I also don't like, so when because I enjoyed Metroid Prime 2. Like, if somebody asked me, should I play Metroid Prime 2, I would say yes, but, and then I would give them like my caveats about it. Like, oh, there's a lot of backtracking, and there's two worlds, and the backtracking system is annoying because the portals make you go further than you have to. So I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. And I think if somebody likes motion controls, there are people who do. I think that this would be good. I think I am just such a controller boy, and I really only play motion control games with a gun to my head. So Um, I think, I'm trying to think. Cause no, like I said, I did enjoy it. I'm not trying to shit on Prime 2 at all. When I have a problem with a game, I like to kind of like think about, okay, what would have made it better for me? Or like what about that bothered me about it? Because I don't like to just trash on games. I don't like to just be like, game's shit. I mean, there are games where I'll say that. But I like to back up my my thesis. Yeah, I mean, I'm that way with every type of motion control game. I threw a fucking fit when I had to play Heavenly, well, not had to play. I mean, when I played Heavenly Sword and then I had to use the 6-axis for some of like the bow shooting and bow aiming stuff, I was like, I'm so... Oh, look, it's... Don't show me this, you bastards! Yeah, with the Heavenly Sword, I was insanely mad about the 6-axis because I was like, don't make me wave my arms around when I'm trying to enjoy my video game in peace, pretty much. So that was probably honestly a big factor, was the motion controls. And also because of the way that the motion controls are set up, staying in ball form is really painful, and I hope that they, I don't know, I hope that they figure out a better way to do that in 3. Because it was just like, it was any fight where I had to stay in ball form was just like, it was like getting waterboarded. It was but I do think, did you have to hold the ball to stay in ball form? Yes, you have to hold it to stay in ball form, which is why I had to do the claw hand, which was really painful. But I think one thing, because like I said, I like backtracking, so that by itself isn't a problem, but I think, I want to say it's just a press in Prime 3 or a toggle that would make it a lot better. Hold the button to use spider ball, not ball form in general. That would be... Oops. Yeah. But I feel like... I know you didn't need to hold just to use ball in Prime 2. That might have been, yeah. Maybe I didn't have to hold it to use the ball, but every time I had to use spider ball in boss fights, which was more than once, it was incredibly painful. So, like the spider ball boss fight, that was all that, and then the cocoon guy at the end were both instances where I had to use it, and it just was like, oh, why? I'm in pain. But yeah, like, so backtracking by itself doesn't bother me. I do feel like it was just the doubled up areas, like there being a light and a dark area, but they were kind of the same, and that made it confusing to remember what was in each one, or like, oh, I need to get to this area, but do I want to be in the light version or the dark version? And if you could swap between the versions really easily, if it was like a, oh, you know, jump into the light version or jump into the dark version, it wouldn't be as annoying, even with the duplicated areas, and even with even with that, it wouldn't be as annoying. I think the portals are my biggest issue with that. Because in a lot of cases, you have a portal it's the closest one that you have to where you want to be, but in order to get there, you have to go way past where you want to be. And then backtrack. So it's just, it feels like I don't like backtracking waste, I guess. Like if you're gonna make me backtrack, let it feel like an adventure and not like a slog. And I feel like that, even that little bit, just how often you have to backtrack and how often you have to go between the worlds, the little extra that gets added when you have to go find a portal and then go back to where you want to be is, yeah, it's like just enough of a hassle that it's frustrating, I guess. It's just enough to make it feel like a slog instead of fun. So I do think the portals are a big issue. And the motion controls. But again, that's like kind of a me problem. But there's a lot of stuff I liked. I'm not trying to like bag on it or anything. There's a lot of stuff I liked. I actually, once I got into it more, I liked the dark and light effect on the monsters. Like they were spooky, but the guys whose heads had like a dark shield and a light shield, and you had to use the opposite beam. Like that's a really cool. And this. I don't know why I'm pointing. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. But like the fact that you could use your annihilator beam on those little balls of light to use as a weapon against enemies, that's really cool. Like there's a lot of super cool ideas and super cool mechanics that I really like. There were just a few missteps, like the portals, where I was like, why are you making me do this? Like, let me focus on the really fun stuff and focus on the really cool ideas instead of making me suffer with the stuff that, like that. Maybe if there was more of a point to the portal system, like there was more variation. Yeah, I guess that might be it too. Like if there was, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a game that has something similar. But I guess if going through certain portals had different effects, rather than just bringing you between the two worlds, but in kind of... Stop turning off! If going through different portals had different effects, rather than just bringing you between the two worlds in kind of an inconvenient location. Like 90% of the time it's in a location you don't even really want to be in. You just need to use the portal to get from point A to point B. If there was more to it than that, then it could be interesting, but I'm trying to think of how you would do that. Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, I'm sitting here still stretching my arm. Ooh. The thing is, the more I think about it, even with the annoying portals, which I hate, I do feel like if I was playing a remastered version on the Switch and I had a Pro controller, I would be able to deal with it more. So, I don't like that typo. And maybe that was part of why I didn't mind all the backtracking in the first Prime, was just because it was so comfortable to play. And even when I was like, oh, I have to go all the way back there, it was like, well, okay. It wasn't like, oh, my arm's gonna have to take another one of these trips. You know? Yeah. Or yeah, a puzzle aspect might be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm definitely not trying to. I'm trying to like work through my feelings. I did like Prime 1 more. But I feel like with a few tweaks, I would like Prime 2 more. So I do wonder, I mean, they have to be doing the remaster, right? Because I feel like if it weren't for the motion controls, I would actually play more and try to like get more scans and stuff like that. It's literally just that I don't want to keep doing that to my shoulder. But I do wonder when the remaster comes out. Like, I feel like I'll play it again. I feel like I want to play it again when the remaster comes out, because I feel like with a Pro Controller, it'll be just a completely different experience for me. They're gonna shadow drop in before Prime 4 drops. I feel like they have to do that, especially because Prime 4 is next year. They said 2025, right? So that's next year. I feel like they're Am I crazy? Like, wasn't Metroid Prime Remaster a pretty quick turnaround too? And they were like, and now Metroid Prime Remastered, and it was releasing really, really soon. Yeah, it'll definitely just be a straight port, but with Switch controls instead, I think. Simple up-res works before Prime 4, yeah. I totally think that that's gonna be what it is. But I feel, because that's the thing, is I feel like if I had Prime 2 on the Switch and I could play like that, I wouldn't be so hard on the backtracking. Prime 1 Remaster was shadow drop digital with a physical release in like 1 or 2 months. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So they'll probably, I feel like they'll probably do the same thing again, but with 2 and 3, and yeah, they'll just be a straight port with Switch controls. But yeah, I feel like when the remasters come out, I'm actually down to replay 2 with non-pain controls. Yeah, it really was just like the portals, I think. It wasn't even so much the backtracking as it was me taking umbrage with the portals and their placement. And I get that, especially for the time, it was probably like, we can't just let you jump back and forth anywhere. That's not gonna work with the hardware and our capabilities or whatever, but I wish it did. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just knowing that we're probably getting remasters for 2 and 3, I'll probably wait until the remaster to play 3 so that I can avoid doing motion controls again. Because, yeah, the motion controls made me super miserable. And I feel like yeah. Hold on. I have Because there were so many cool ideas. That's the thing. It's like there were so many cool ideas in this game. There it is. Trying to find the perfect one. Why do I have so many Jeff Keighley pictures on my computer? Don't answer that question. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, Maple. Like... Bella, thank you for the subscription. Prime 2 does have a tacked on multiplayer mode. Ooh. Multiplayer, is it like a local multiplayer? I assume. Yeah, like this is how I'm feeling right now. If you want to play more Metroids, there are a ton that won't give you carpal tunnel. Yeah. If you wanted to play one that will give you carpal tunnel in the interim, there's always other, no, I'm good, I'm good. I was gonna say Super, Fusion, Dread, some of the 2D boys. It's local? Okay. Hold on, we need the tunes. Cause yeah, there were so many cool ideas in it. Like I said, I really like the environmental stuff. I actually like the environment draining my health in the Dark World before I got the light suit. It was annoying, but it was also kind of interesting and really made me use the shields, especially before I got the dark suit. It made me like look for the shields in the area when I got there. And I thought that the way that your beams interacted with the little light bubbles, I thought that was really, really cool. So I loved that. And I liked a bunch of the bosses too. Who was the big dude? He was kind of an early on boss. There was a big dude who I was dying while I was fighting him because of the motion controls, but he was a big dude and I kind of had to roll around like the whole place. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if he wasn't the Boost Guardian. So, you know, in the timeline to Metroid, the Prime games are between Zero Mission and Samus Returns. Oh, I already played Samus Returns. Whoops. Oopsie. A Morbius? That might be it. There was him. I actually wound up liking... Was he the one who I had to, like, boost up onto him? I can't remember. I need to... That's the other thing is the game was so long that I'm having a hard time remembering their names and their exact mechanics, but I actually liked a lot of the bosses. I thought a lot of the bosses were really cool. It was... I think it was having a timer on the final boss was sending me to the Shadow Realm. I don't like to be rushed. Quadraxis is where you had to use Morph against the legs and destroy his flying head. Oh, yeah. That was the one where, yeah, his head was flying, and I had to use the Sonic visor to target the antennas on it, I think. That one was annoying at first, but then it wasn't so bad once you figured it out. Yeah, he was rough until I realized about the Sonic visor, and then I was like, oh, I'm a dummy. But yeah, like a lot of the boss designs were really, really cool. I actually really liked the different exploration stuff. So I liked the Sonic locks on things. I feel like I definitely missed some. But I actually really... Did I ever open the one underneath the big rotating ball thing? I thought I remember going there and then being like, oh, I need something else. I don't know if I ever went back to do it, but maybe I did? I don't remember. If I were to compile Metroid bosses in a tier list, there would be A tier, S tier, S plus tier, and Quadraxis tier. I can't really argue with that. Yeah, like, I remember at first I was like, what am I doing? But yeah, as soon as you figured out the mechanics, it was cool. And it was cool how it used so many different mechanics in one fight, which I like fights like that. I like fights like that rather than, like, the, once I got the hang of it, the spider ball boss was okay, but that was like, oh my god, like, let my hand rest. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, overall I thought the bosses were really cool. But oh, that's what I was saying. I really liked the exploration mechanics. Like, yeah, oh, the Sonic locks were cool. I really liked the needing to lock on to all of the bits for a simultaneous missile strike. I thought was really, really cool. I just liked how they were a little bit more in depth with some of the doors rather than just have the right weapon that opens this door. I liked that there was an extra little puzzle attached to the door. So I liked that a lot. Like I said, there's like, I wish I could combine certain parts of this game with certain parts of Prime 1, and then I would have like the ultimate Metroid Prime game. Cause, yeah. Because there's like certain things Prime 1 did way better in my opinion, like the exploration. Because, I mean, I know that some people, I've definitely heard some people and talked to some people who were like, oh, like Prime 1 had too much backtracking, but I think just because each area was so distinctive and so different that I never felt annoyed by it, I guess. I always, every time I backtracked to an area in Prime 1, I felt like, ooh, what am I gonna find here? Or like, what did I miss my first time through? Or with all my new tools or my new weapons, what thing am I gonna be able to destroy and find something? Or what am I gonna be able to unlock? I always felt that way, whereas sometimes in Prime 2, I didn't have that feeling just because I was like, I've been here 100 times. I'm literally just going here to pick up one thing that I missed. That I had to walk way too far to do it because I had to do a portal or whatever. But yeah, I really liked the exploration tools more. And I actually, like, for all my foibles and for how bad I am at using it, I actually did like the screw attack. I didn't know how they were gonna do it in 3D, but I thought it was pretty cool, actually. And I liked the jetpack underwater, that was cool too. So, yeah, it's definitely like I want to make a Frankenstein Metroid. Yeah, maybe 4 will be that game. Yeah, I want to make a Frankenstein Metroid that combines like the world of one and the Switch controls of a remaster with the bosses and exploration like tools of 2, I think is, yeah. Prime 3 is pretty much something else entirely. Well, I'm interested. I feel like, yeah, my hand is hurting so much right now that I feel like I'm definitely gonna wait. And I'm not, I mean, like, I'm not, you know, the most, I'm not like super weak. I'm not, you know, I'm not Muscles Rip Chad or whatever, but I'm not super weak either. So the fact that I was, you know, starting to get, maybe I'm just old, but but the fact that I was getting like shoulder and hand pain was wild, because I play games a lot. Like off stream, when I'm not working, I'm pretty much, if I'm off stream and I'm not working or doing chores, I'm pretty much playing games all of the time. And my hands don't tend to hurt. They don't tend to cramp up or anything like that. So whenever I do... Right into Seattle, thank you so much for the raid. We actually just beat Metroid Prime 2, and I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm just like rambling. Cause I think the thing I find neat about the Prime games, when I ask people that played all of them which is their favorite, they all give different answers. See, that is really cool. That is really cool. And I don't mean to sound like I'm like trying to bag on 2 or anything. I was just like, man, why didn't I enjoy 2 as much as 1? And it's not like, I'm not like, these are my objectively correct opinions that everyone needs to agree with. I'm like, oh, I think this thing bothered me, and that's why I didn't have as much fun. And this other thing really bothered me, and that was why I didn't have as much fun with it. But there were things I enjoyed about it too. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a lot I enjoyed about it. I think it was just like, there were certain things that annoyed me and made me feel like, oh, I don't like this as much as 1, but there was also stuff that was cooler than 1, so. But I do think overall I think I liked 1 more. But I do wonder how I'll feel about 3. I can't believe Maple hates Prime 2. I don't hate Prime 2. It was a good game that did things I didn't always agree with. But we don't need to always agree. It's okay. It's the joy. It's the joy of our spirited debate. I would suggest trying the intro to 3 if you know you're gonna wait for the Switch port. But I know if you tried, you'd be determined to beat it. You're goddamn right, I would be. That's my other curse, is every time I start a game, I'm like, I need to finish this. Oh. Clearly you need to play some more motion control games to build up those muscles, or give yourself carpal tunnel. I'll play Ring Fit and get really burly. Yeah, doing that post-game introspection, yeah. I'm just like, why? I'm like, why didn't I? Because I feel like when I beat Prime 1, I was like, 10 out of 10, and that's the other thing, is when I beat Prime 1, the first thing I did was I shut off the screen and I went and I restarted Prime 1 on my own. I was like, I'm gonna play the game again. Not on stream, but I'm gonna play it again and get 100% of the scans and 100% of the items. That was like the first thing I did when I beat it. And I'm not like, oh, this game was terrible. I'm not like that at all, but I'm just like, I need a break, you know? I'm like, I need to recover from Prime 2 rather than wanting to immediately jump right back into it like I did with Prime 1. But it's, like I said, I think it's a good game. It did things that, that grind my gamer gears, I think. Would you ever try the GameCube version if Prime 2 Remaster doesn't happen? Yeah, I definitely, I mean, I would probably like ask to borrow it from a friend. Just because I know it's a little pricey, but yeah, I mean, I would try it just to see how it feels and see if it feels a lot different to play to me. Yeah, the motion controls really hurt. I think if there were one thing, if you sat me down and gave me an infinite amount of money and said you can pay a team of expert developers to change one thing about Metroid Prime 2, what would it be? I would be like, give me the Pro Controller controls from Prime Remastered. I'd be like, you don't need to change the damn portals. You don't need to make the light and dark world more distinct. Don't worry about any of that. Just give me the damn remaster controls. That would be the first thing I would say. But yeah, it's and I don't like timed last boss battles. I'll say that too. That's more of a general, that's not this game. That's just something I don't like in general. Because I feel like it doesn't really add tension. Like, the tension should come from the build up to the boss and the boss itself. I feel like having a timer there is just annoying usually. I don't think I've ever had a final boss battle with a timer where I was like, this is great. I'm always like, this is totally undercutting what I should be focusing on, which is the boss. Instead the final boss is this damn timer that won't stop. Glad there's a checkpoint after Emperor Ing, because otherwise, yeesh! Well, I feel like once I realized that I should be using like the beam on his tentacles because it moved a lot faster, than my super missiles. I don't actually, and once I was really confused in the cocoon stage because I didn't know if what I was doing was right. I didn't know if what I was doing was right, so when I was going around to all of its spots dropping bombs, I was like, I don't even know if this is what I'm supposed to do. I was like, I'm up here now, because I panicked, but I was, because it's not super obvious, like you don't get the little spot doesn't explode on your first round of bombs, and so. Oh, power bombs. That would have made sense. Had to destroy the tentacles and power bombs are super effective. Okay. So all primes are angels, but some are more angels than others. Yeah, and I feel like for each person, their own personal angel will be different too. But I mean, that's just... I mean, you're talking to somebody who's like one of my favorite game series is Dragon Age. And every single Dragon Age fan somehow also has a different favorite Dragon Age. That's just like I totally get it. And all three games are all three Dragon Ages are super different, and everyone has a different favorite Dragon Age. And we're extremely opinionated about it. So I totally get the all games are different and everyone has a favorite vibe. It does not, that does not even, I'm like, yeah, that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday, and that's a healthy game community. Yeah, I don't like final bosses with timers on them. That does bug me. So I think that was, and I think too, this is really specific and really weird, and you can tell me I'm wrong, but I like, if you're gonna give me an environment with hazards in it, I like there to also be advantages in the environment. So I actually really liked that about the final boss. Or I guess he wasn't like the final, but one of the final stages. One of the stages of the final boss in Prime 1. I liked that there were those, like, yeah, there was stuff about the environment that was dangerous, but I liked that there were those grooves in the floor where when it was getting ready to charge, you could roll up into a ball and use the grooves in the environment to dodge the charge. Because then there was stuff that I was avoiding, but there was stuff that played to my advantage too, so I could kind of, you know, it felt, I don't know, I liked that. Metroid Prime Phase 1, yeah, I liked that aspect of it a lot. And the final boss phase-on boost in Prime 1 feels way cooler than the one in Prime 2. Yeah, because you stand in the phase-on puddles, right? In Prime 1 instead of, and I thought that was cool. I liked standing in the phase-on to use the stuff instead of I kind of felt like I had to just face tank it in order to get shots off in 2. But that was the thing, is in Emperor Ing, it didn't feel like there was anything about the environment that I could use to my advantage. I was just desperately trying to stay away from the phase-on that was at the edge of the room, but there wasn't like any grooves I could use to dodge the tentacle spin or anything like that. And I think I like little details like that you can use. So that was another thing where I was like, meh. But like I said, like I'm not. I don't want anyone to be like, she hated Prime 2. I didn't. I liked Prime 2. I liked Prime 2, and now I need physical therapy. The phase-on power-up with Dark Samus fight is conveyed much worse. Yeah, I mean, like, once I got it, I was like, oh, I see, but I was also like, I don't know which of these things I'm absorbing, which of these things are just there to hurt me, which are there. I guess it was like the floaty boys were the ones I was supposed to absorb. But I was also like, I feel like I just gotta stand here and just take it. I need a new arm. I feel like a Pal World character. One arm is super beefy. Super beefy and gigantic, and the other's normal. I'm like a crab now. I have a crab claw. What's next in the world of Mooseroid? Well, so I've been going back and forth between 2D and Prime games. So I did... Prime 1 was my first game. And then I did Zero Mission. And then I played Samus Returns on my own. And then... now I played Prime 2. Dread. Doesn't Dread have chasey boys? I'm scared. You should check out the development hell Metroid Prime went through. It was a miracle it came out as good as it did. That would actually... is there like I'm sure there's like YouTube videos about it. What's that one series of YouTube videos where it's like deconstructing what went wrong in development? What is that called again? I only know about it. I actually what happened? Is that it? Dread is Pizza Tower? Dread has chasey boys, but they're not as spooky as you might think. Anything that chases me is spooky. You guys watched me play Sonic Adventure 1, and there were chase scenes in Amy's levels, and I was terrified. Yeah, what happened? Are there any what happens on Metroid Prime? I've heard that they did one for Prime. Okay. Hold on, let me look it up. I've heard that these are really good, actually. What happened? Matt McMuscles? Is that the guy? Oh, don't play your video. Don't play the video. What happened? Yeah, so I've actually heard that the What Happened videos are really good. In particular from friends of mine who actually worked on some of these projects and were like, it's entirely accurate. Like even the stuff. Let me see if there's so many of these too. So I actually I know there was, I don't know when it was put out, but I know that there was actually something that I worked a little bit on that he covered. I may or may not have a game or two in this series, I can confirm. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he talked about a game that I worked on. And it was a game that it was one of the most like fraught productions I ever had the misfortune to be involved in. And horrors. But I remember when it came out, I kind of rolled my eyes and I said to some of my friends who'd worked on it too, I was like, oh great, like somebody else is gonna talk about, you know, is gonna basically have misinformation on why things were the way they were and why things turned out the way they did, and he's not gonna get it right at all. Because I was kind of like, that's kind of what you have to get used to sometimes, is, and you can't say anything because of NDAs. And so pretty much like shit happens on a project, and your shit happens, and then like one random person on Twitter is like, oh, this is what happened, and just says it with so much authority that everybody believes him. And then that just becomes the truth, and everyone spreads it and keeps talking and posting about it, and you're like, okay. And you can't come out and be like, this is what actually happened, because then your boss will come backhand you across the face, so you just have to see it on the daily under our tweets, and it's just so exhausting. Yeah, it is so exhausting. And so when I saw that he did a video on this really fraught project that I worked on, I was like, I was like, great. Like somebody with an even bigger following is gonna just be parroting the same shit that everybody else has been saying that isn't correct and blah 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 blah. Can't believe you guys worked on Bubsy 3D. I wish. But so I was saying that to my friends, and my friends actually who had also worked on it went and watched it, because they were like, I divorced myself from it immediately and was like, I don't want to deal with this. They went and watched it out of morbid curiosity, I guess, and they came back and they're like, no, like he got it right. They were like, I don't know how he did it, but he got it right. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I didn't even know that any of the correct information was out there. I was like, I have literally no idea how he figured out what actually happened when none of us were allowed to talk about it. So ever since that, we were all kind of stunned too. We were like, how did he like, how did he see through this? So ever since then, I've always been kind of interested in watching his stuff, because I was like, damn, if he, you know, figured that out and actually did like a proper a proper video on what happened there, and it was accurate. It's like the one accurate piece of information I've seen about the production. I was like, maybe I should be watching his stuff. It's like, that's kind of impressive to me. He does a lot of research, is why the game he talks about are normally pretty old. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually really interested in watching his Prime one. Yeah, because I've wanted to watch his stuff for a while, so why not start here? I've gone full, the only way to win is to not play with social media. Yeah. I'm just too bad at social media, to be honest. I go on Twitter and I'm like, what do I say? Nobody cares that I ate a donut hole for breakfast. Same thing with leaks. Our stuff leaks almost every release. We never know how / why, but expect it. That happened to me one year. Our stuff didn't always leak. It did sometimes. I mean, stuff just like happens. People stumble across stuff, like a website domain getting bought or reserved or something, but for the most part, like, we shockingly avoided a lot of leaks, but there was one year, and I don't remember. I think I remember how it happened, because usually if you're a company that has like a few releases coming out and you have a bunch of like meetings at your booth for E3, you make a one-sheeter. You make a one-sheeter that has kind of all of the relevant information about each of your games to make it easier for the journalists who are coming to kind of keep track and have everything in one place. So it's like, oh, we have X game coming out on PS4 and PS5, and we have Y game coming out on the Switch. We have Z game coming out on Xbox and the Switch, and here are the release dates, and here are the genres, and what they're expected to cost, and whether there's a limited edition or not, like stuff like that. But E3 itself, at some point, I don't know if it was like just that year or if it was a newer policy, they wanted the one-sheeters for their own, because they had like a... What's the name of the organization that runs E3? The ESA? Is that right? Entertainment, Electronic... ESA, yeah. I think the Illuminati. The ESA had their own little newsletter and little like publication, kind of like a mini magazine that they were printing for E3, and so they're like, everybody give us your one-sheeters so that we have all of that information in our mini magazine that we're going to be publishing for E3. And so we gave them the one-sheeter, and then they immediately fucking published the one-sheeter on their public website. And like, it was, nobody looks at the ESA's website, and nobody digs into like the PDFs of random shit that they published. And so it wasn't like a huge leak that everybody saw immediately, but like a few people who were creeping and who were paying attention saw it, and then went and notified websites and publications and stuff, who then of course were publishing articles like, oh, so-and-so has this game coming, it's confirmed through the ESA's E3 website, but they didn't say where the leak came from at first. They just said, like, we have information that such and such happened. And I remember for some reason, I made a joke. I was like, it was me. And my boss took me seriously, and he was like, what did you do? I was like, I didn't leak our shit, it wasn't me. You have to believe me. And I had to wait like 2 hours to eventually get the confirmation to show him, like, it wasn't me. And he was like, okay, I guess I believe you. I was like, I need to stop making jokes. Stare who leaked it to IGN. It was me! It was me! I'm kidding. Yeah, it's I feel like when I quit, my boss was simultaneously like, I'm losing a great asset, a great asset, and he was also like, this is gonna put so many years back on my life because she's not gonna say stupid shit I take seriously all the time. He's goofy in a YouTube way, but he legitimately seems to appreciate and care about the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this shit. Yeah. I think he worked in games for a bit too, so he's lived it. I care, just say that. I had some donut holes for breakfast. I just, you know, I don't have that much going on. I wake up, I check my Discord, I eat cereal, or sometimes I have a smoothie if I have time. If I have time to luxuriate and enjoy a smoothie. Otherwise, I only have the donut holes because Mama Moose bought too many, so when I visited her and Papa Moose for Father's Day, she was like, please take my extra donut holes. I can't eat all these, and I was like, okay. So I have a few days worth of donut holes to get through. And then I read my coffee and I snuggle syrup, and then I go work my salaryman job, and then I come home and play video games. Not that exciting. Not a day goes by, Mabel doesn't put her hoof in her mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Let the world know about your donut holes for breakfast. They're really good. They had blueberries in them. And one person who genuinely thinks I never joke about anything, so I know the feeling. Yeah. Well, like, my current boss kind of gets it. Like, I mess with him a lot. And I definitely take years off of his life, but I think he generally knows when I'm joking. Like, I joke about stealing shit a lot, and I think he knows I'm joking. Like, whereas my old boss, I think, would have, like, the police on speed dial to frisk me on the way out of the building if I made a joke like that. These tweets are right there. These are the tweets right here. And Corona-style movie reviews. I could never be as good a movie reviewer as Koro-san. But I do watch a lot of schmovies. They're not all good. They're not all angels. She has such a way with words, like, I liked watching the pretty people suffer and stuff like that. He knows you're joking, but if you ever left the company, he would have a full search waiting for you. Yeah. Yeah. I still haven't recovered from making a very minor mistake at work on Monday. My work mom today was like, I'll take the blame for that one. I should have checked stuff before we went live with it, and I was like, no, it's my fault and I should fake my death. And she was like, calm down. So basically she says stuff the same way you do, I suppose. She watches harder core stuff than I do, because she likes like Splatterhouse stuff. And like I said, like, I can watch super gory, like, splatter horror movies, but they're not my preference. Whereas I think they are her preference. I think she's like, yeah, let's go. So she's actually stronger than I am. Last day of 2 weeks notice, party already done, replacement fully trained, glowing letter of recommendation to SWAT team just in case. Just in case they try to steal anything else. Ugh. But yeah, I'll definitely watch the What Happened on Prime. I'm really interested. It's a perfect combination between two things I'm interested in. I'm like, well, now's the time. Still end up walking out the door with the Declaration of Independence somehow. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I'll start. I think I'm gonna start Gears of War. Because I'm just really excited to play it. Yeah, because when I was trying to figure out my game schedule, I was trying to consider like what I still have, what I'm on the hook for redeems. I know Gears 3 is on there, but I wanted to play the first two first, especially now that E-Day is coming. I'm like, well, now I have to prep everybody lore-wise for what E-Day is and why it's so cool. But I think the two redeems I still have outstanding are Gears and Eternal Darkness. And I feel like I need a comfort game right now, which is not Eternal Darkness, but I've played Gears a million times and it's one of my favorite games, so I was like, yeah, that's the one, baby. I do also, a game that I want to play, probably sooner than later, but definitely before September, is I want to play Astro's Playroom. Wow, rude. Yeah, no, Eternal Darkness I'm really excited about playing, but I was like, maybe I need to be slightly more emotionally stable before running into that game. I've had a stressful couple of weeks with my cat's health scare and everything, and I was like, I don't need my TV pretending to turn itself off. I don't need to have a breakdown on stream. As much as we all want that, I don't need it. But I do want to play Astro's Playroom before September because the new Astrobot game is coming out in September, and I actually haven't played the VR one, the Astrobot Rescue Mission. I haven't played that one, so now that there's gonna be, because they're making that converter that makes it easier to stream or to like hook up your VR setup to be shown on a monitor, which then makes it easier to stream. So I could play that one too, but I really want to play Astro's Playroom because it's just a cool like celebration of PlayStation stuff. And I've played it before obviously, but I love it a lot, so I'd like to play it before the new one comes out just so I can show everybody how dope it is. And all of the cool throwback PlayStation goodies that are in there. But I'm really excited about the new one coming out in September. It's like a little museum that you get to play, which I like. I like games like that. You gotta play Needy Streamer Overload before the breakdown stream so you know how to capitalize on it. Brother, I've already gotten like 8 endings in that game. Way ahead of you. Handled it. like Namco Museum. Yeah, well, you get like a bunch of PlayStation peripherals, and then it kind of tells like when they came out and what they did, and you can platform on some of them, and it's just cool. I just like it. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'll probably start Gears next week. Yeah, MGS4. So it's gonna be Gears and Gear. Cause MGS4 I'm starting on Friday. I wanted to start on Friday so that I wouldn't have as much of a bedtime, so that I wouldn't be stressed out about if I hit a long cutscene and was like, I need to go to bed. So that's... yeah, that Metal Gear Solid 4 we're starting on Friday. But yeah, I think to replace Metroid Prime 2, it'll be Gears of War. And I'm gonna be playing the original Xbox releases because, like I played Gears Ultimate, which it's fine, but I had issues with some of how the AI acted and just like some weird glitches that I got when I was playing it, and I was like, oh, I kind of prefer the original release, so I'm just gonna be playing the OG 360 version. But yeah, I'm really excited because I love Gears lore too. Gears actually has like really interesting lore. Did the originals get any performance boost on the Series X? I think they do. I'd need to double check, but my memory is that they do. Get a 4K upgrade and smoothed out 60 FPS, that sounds right. Yeah, the Gears lore is really neat because basically there's like a worldwide war. Like literally a world war of the entire world against the other part of the world, and basically they finally come to kind of a unsteady peace. And I think they have peace. It's some really short period of time. I need to get caught up on the lore. I need to refresh myself. But they have peace for something like less than 2 weeks or something like that. And then E-Day happens. And just like horrible monsters come erupting out of the ground, and they're like, we've had peace for 2 seconds, why is this happening? But there's a lot of just really interesting stuff just about, you know, the type of weapons that they make to combat it, and, you know, what's a good idea versus what's not a good idea, and you know, why are some of the Locusts intelligent? It's just really... there was another game that came out at the same time that was on PlayStation with a lot of similarities to Gears. Ooh. Wait, which... do you remember which game? Because I'm listening. But it just has a really cool backstory. I also have I have a Gears husband. Baird is my Gears husband. Because he's literally just a huge engineering nerd, and he's like, I just guess I have to fight. Your husband was alright. He's so cool. He's just a huge engineering nerd that's like, I guess I'm fighting now. And I'm gonna be really sarcastic about it. He's my boy. I literally have a figure of him. But yeah, I'm excited. And like the nice thing, I feel like Gears Resistance, yeah. I think I own the Resistance games. because there was Resistance 1, 2, and 3. I think they were all PS3 games. Maybe, was Resistance 3 PS3 or PS4? Probably PS3. I remember those games though. I actually wanted to play them and I never did. Resistance is all PS3. Yeah, like Gears got memed a lot when it came out for being like gigantic burly like hot dog men who growled and had chainsaws on their guns, which is not incorrect. It's like it's not incorrect, but there's so much more going on too. It's like, yeah, it's growling giant burly dudes with chainsaws on their guns, but they're also bros. They're also bros and they've all like lost stuff and they're dealing with that. And it's just good. It's just a good gift. It's so good. But hello! Did you just wake up? Mommy beat the game. Yeah, we can snuggle, okay? I know. What the? Did I get here? You got there because presumably you wanted me to come snuggle you and then you raged yourself to sleep. You're so cute. Hey. She sneezed herself awake and now she's glaring at me. But yeah, I'm really excited to play Gears, and I don't know, I'm trying to decide like what's the word? I'm trying to decide what order, like if I should give kind of a, because the first game just kind of drops you in. It doesn't give you a whole lot of the backstory. It's just kind of like, you're in here now. Congrats. You're in it. And you get some of the backstory of what's going on through context and conversations and through some of the pickups that you get in the world, but they never really give like a super good explanation. So yeah, I was gonna say a quick summary before I start. I might do like a mini lore presentation. Like not nearly the size of my Dragon Age or Horizon ones, but just like a few slides of just here's how we got where we are. This is why, you know, some people don't like the characters we're playing and why some groups get mad at us when we show up even though we're protecting them and stuff like that. Just stuff to, I remember the torque bow more than I remember the story. Get the fuck out of here. Wonder how E-Day might change this. I assume that E-Day is gonna have a lot of, not like a lot, it's not gonna be like lore dumping probably, but it's going to give, because there are like Gears novels and comics. And I think a lot of the backstory, like most of my favorite games, I think a lot of the lore is a little bit buried in like the supplemental materials. And so if you're not like a super fan, you're not going to seek them out. But I think E-Day will probably mainstream some of the lore a little bit, which is kind of cool. Because yeah, like some of my favorite stuff is like how did the world get to where it is now, and there's still, so I have a bunch of theories about stuff in Gears and like how the world kind of became the way it was, but a lot of it was being teased on being expanded on in Gears 6. And so obviously I'm a little disappointed that I'm not gonna get more of my lore theories confirmed / denied. But I am excited because we might still get peeks at some of it in E-Day. I don't know. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but I'm excited. I'm just excited. Just jazzed. But yeah, I'll probably start Gears next week. I'll prepare a little something something so that we can all be on generally the same page. Here we go. But yeah, I'm gonna start MGS. I'm gonna start MGS4, Metal Gear Solid 4, on Friday, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to finally get back to the boys. All right. Winter's gonna be pissed. That's me. That's me right now. That's my arm. Your husband and his husband. Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited about MGS4. I need to make sure that my PS3 is set up for adequate streaming. Adequate streaming. But after cause I got it set up for MGS3 ape ape ape. How it goes? Yeah, I beat Metroid Prime 2. I was just discussing my thoughts. Well, I've been rambling about a bunch of other stuff for a while now, but after beating it, I was trying to get in my own brain because I was like, when I beat Prime 1, the first thing I did when I stopped stream is I went and I restarted Prime 1 and played it again like immediately. But like this game I was like, I feel like I need a break, but maybe if a remaster comes out I'll want to play it again, because I do think my biggest problem was just me having this me having this happen to me every time I was using the motion controls. But yeah, I was just kind of rambling about how I didn't like the portal system. Like I had some issues with the Dark World and Light Worlds and all of the backtracking and how similar it could feel, and it was like kind of confusing. But I think the core of my issue is that if I had to go from one world to the other, sometimes I had to way overshoot where I wanted to be in order to find a portal, and it just felt like wasted backtracking. But that was probably, those two things were like my biggest issues. I loved the bosses, and I loved the exploration mechanics. Like I really liked the Sonic lock system and stuff like that. That was all cool. Give yourself some time with Prime 2. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel, like I said, I feel like if I could be playing this on a Pro controller, my issues with the backtracking would have been reduced a lot just because it would have been less painful. but yeah, it was just I think the way that the portals are laid out just made it get a little long in the tooth when it didn't need to be. Like even if they wanted to do two worlds, if the two worlds were a little smaller so that it felt more manageable and less like, oh, I have to go all the way over here. It wouldn't be as bad. But I did like the game. I liked the game. I think those were my biggest issues with it, but there was a lot of stuff in it that was really cool. And yeah, I remember when I got the screw attack and I was like, I have no idea how this is going to work in 3D, but it wound up actually being pretty cool. So I guess that's my official review. I liked some stuff and I didn't like some other stuff. There were parts I liked more than Metroid Prime 1, and there were parts I liked less than Metroid Prime 1. IGN, are you hiring? But once we get the Switch port, I may change my tune once I don't have to kill my arm to play it. It's like when you lose to the boss in Ring Fit Adventures and you need to grind XP by redoing previous levels of actual physical activity before re-challenging the boss. Yeah, except instead of working like my abs or my legs or my arms, it was just my right arm by itself. So I now have the biggest right arm of all time, and my left arm is completely normal. It was not a well-balanced workout. I was doing, what's it called? Not zone targeting. I was doing muscle group targeting, but it was way too targeted. Arm maxing. Why is it Full Metal? That's my arm right now. It's my arm after playing Metroid Prime 2 with motion controls. Are you gonna watch a vid on the Prime 2 100% ending? I'll probably go watch it in bed and then follow it up with the what happened video, because I am actually pretty sleepy and I do have to get up early for work tomorrow. Let's see. At least we ended off really early. In a way. If I had stopped when I beat the boss, we would have ended way earlier. And then I just kept talking. Then I just kept saying shit. Back at it again. Let's see. Let's see. Boy. Nice to hear you talk. I'll sleep better tonight. You're gonna have dreams about portals, because it's the only thing I can talk about. But like, that's the other thing, is some of the environmental stuff was really cool. Like I said, I liked the way that my beam interacted. I liked the way that my beam interacted with the glowing light thingies. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff. There was a lot of really cool stuff. So yeah, I think I liked it. It was my breakfast at Tiffany's game. I think we both kind of liked it. But I'm not sure what Metroid to play next, because I was in my head, I think I was like, should I play Super or Fusion? Because Super seems like it would be next in the line of 2D games to play, but then people kept being like, oh, there's some weird stuff about Super. Did I say Super or Fusion? Super would be next. And people were like, there's some weird stuff about Super. And maybe you won't like it. And I was like, oh, no, now I'm nervous. Super is before Fusion. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I mean, I'll probably play Super eventually, but I have a bunch of other games to get through first, so. Super is good. It's just from 1994. Understood. Wakarimasu. Super is 3, Fusion is 4. Alright, well, I suppose I'll go in order then. Ah, bug! Go away. Where are you coming from, tiny fly? I'll fuck your life up. There we go. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to Metroid Prime 2, the final. I'll be back here on Friday for Metal Gear Solid 4, starting Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm super excited. But I'll see you next week for Gears of War and probably more MGS4. But have a good rest of your night, your morning, your afternoon, or whatever it is wherever you are. And I will catch you next time. Have a good rest of your night, and Otsumus!